I'm back. Welcome. It's been a while, guys. What happens when you busy working? I'm back. I'll be back. Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is another live stream. Where in the world have I been? Well, hello. Hi. Very busy is where I have been. I did tell you guys that this would happen. It is Renaissance Fair season. And we are full blown into the Renaissance Fair. And today, while I'm talking to you, I'm going to finish this. Actually, I have two of them, but we're going to work on this one. This is a handle for a torch for my Renaissance tent, my exhibit. I will not be doing a lot of live streams for quite some time. I am too busy trying to launch my own business and work a full-time job and do everything else that life throws at me. So, you guys remember me showing you the method on the Jason mask? For this project, we want to make, I already primed it, we want to make all this grain pop. Need some alcohol, need some black. There's so much stuff. I haven't been down here so long. And of course, you need a paper towel. And some burnt sienna. Two mixing cups. This is for burnt sienna. This one's for black. I used them before. They're still good. As you can see, let me get a little handy dandy tray up here. Move the RC tools over here because we don't need those. We're not doing RC work today. We might not be doing RC work for a very long time. It is but we're going to use this stand to hold this so you guys can see what I'm doing. Roger that, roger that. So first up, we are going to put a little bit of the bird sienna. Love bird sienna. Ages stuff wonderfully. Into the cup. It's the cup. It's the bird sienna. A little bit. Like so. Then we're going to take our handy dandy 91% rubbing alcohol. Don't have much of this left, but I have enough to do this. And we're going to put some into the cup with the burnt sienna. Take our handy dandy brush here. Hello. Hello. I don't have my glasses on. And Mahan, I think it is. Hello. Aviro, hello. Hello, hello. And we're going to mix this burnt sienna in the cup without rubbing alcohol. And I think we're going to need a little bit more. A little bit more of this fantastic rubbing alcohol. We're making a wash. If you guys know if you paint miniatures, you know what a wash is. If you watched any of my other videos, you know what a wash is. Or for those of you who don't know what a wash is, it's a very wet, liquidy paint. Generally, you can mix it. You can do it with alcohol or you can do it with water. You water it down so that it just drips. And it goes into all these little crevices. I'll let that sit for a minute. Once again, this is a handle for a torch. The top part's charging. It's an LED torch. For my business, for my Renaissance tent. And I have a late night coming up next weekend. Queen's Night. It's an adult content night. It's when no children are allowed after 6 and adults play. And it's a great opportunity to promote my business. Because a lot of people drink a lot then, and they do things, and they like to throw money around like it's cool. And our hopes is that they throw some our way. I need a smaller brush. Aha! Smaller brush. Smaller brush. Before we go too far, there's a little bit of this black that I need to touch up. We're gonna put it in the mixing cup, like the burnt sienna, the black, into the cup. But before we mix it with any alcohol, we're gonna take a little bit of that basic acrylic paint on this little bit of flat brush. Like so. Just a little bit. I have a little bit of touch up to do. As you can see, my taping method was, I tried to do it real quick and I didn't quite get where I wanted it. So we're just gonna blend it out, covering that brown. Just slightly. Don't need to do it a lot. There's just areas that where I taped, it didn't quite seal and it got through. My hair looks white and Mexican. Yeah, I play the role of a Targaryen at Ren Fair. My hair has to be almost white. So, and I know people say, well, you could wear a wig. I don't like wigs. First of all, they're too hot. And you're outside and the sun's beating down on your head, you sweat. So, if you know what Game of Thrones is, you know what a Targaryen is. And this is about as close as I'm going to get my hair color. My hair color is actually naturally really dark. So, and if you dye your hair too much, you fry it. And if you fry your hair, you might lose it. Lose all your hair and you'll be bald. Guess you wouldn't have to worry about haircuts then. But I'm not cutting my hair no more neither. I'm growing it back out. I'm gonna have long hair. Long white hair. I look like Bill Murray. Oh man. That's funny. You guys crack me up. I wish. Give me some of that Bill Murray money. It's tough trying to start a new avenue of life. So take the burnt sienna now. Now that I touched up that black. And you're gonna take your fake wood and you're just gonna base it. Okay? No rhyme or reason. You just want it to get in the cracks. And you want to go over the whole thing. No rhyme or reason. No pattern. Just think about how wood would be back in, well, in Dungeons and Dragons days. This is just going to be a quick video because this doesn't take long. Just going over the whole thing. You see? So I did the whole thing, getting good and wet, and then you set that off to dry. Off to the side. It's just a wash. Shouldn't take long to dry, especially with that rubbing alcohol. Now while that's drying, or the black that's in there, make another wash. Not this brush. We want this brush for this. We mix that up. Really, really, really good. Like so. And then we check this. Still drying. Blow on it if you want to hurry it up. Hair dryer is better, but I don't have one right near me. Doesn't have to be completely dry. There we go. That's a nice color. The original color was almost a tan. It looked like very plasticky, very fake. We want it to resemble real. So we are doing this. Now, once again, just like the other wash, but this one you want to be a little bit more sparing with because it's a darker color. And you just want to make sure, check it on your paper towel, make sure it's all, you're just going to go down randomly. Different spots to assimilate darker tones throughout the wood. Then, see the darks? Kirish, hi. Now why it's wet, don't worry. You take the piece of towel. Because now that's really dark, right? Looks oily and stuff. And we do this. This is going to give it a little bit more aged look. Let me tell you a little bit about the shenanigans that go on Queen's Night. You might see lots of nudity. Look at that. So, if you look closely, it looks like there's soot on there, built up here and there. It's not a lot, but it's enough to give it a little bit more. We're going to go over here and right below the metal here. The black simulates a metal piece. I'm going to think that stuff burning is probably going to have it a little thicker there. And maybe down in the bottom part of this hilt a little bit. We're going to do a little thicker there. Just simulating grit and dirt and stuff from people carrying the torch. Nice dark tone. Can you see the grains now? Now we're going to make them really, really pop. I have to go get a lighter color. So while I go get a lighter color, we're going to entertain you with some song. And we're going to do a method called dry brushing when I come back. Oh, for some reason, that didn't want to play. All right, let's give you... It shouldn't take me long. Let's give you... Maybe test run. No, what are you guys in the mood for? Maybe something more Rennie. How about some Viking music? That's not Viking music. That's not Viking music. I don't know why it's not. Things are being funny here. How about that? Something a little Rennie Fair sound. I'll be back in a minute. I just need a lighter color to make this really come together. But as you can see, quick and easy. Stay tuned. It'll take me a minute. I am back. And I've grabbed the top. This is what the top looks like. So, what we got here is desert yellow. You want it to be a lighter color to really make it pop. Now, I have another brush somewhere so I don't have to wash that brush. Is that a brush? I have a brush somewhere. We are looking for another brush. I guess I have to wash that brush. I want to wash this brush, I think. Might be dry already. Nope, it's dry already. See? Nothing on my hand. That's what you want. It's called dry brush. No water. Take a little bit of this desert yellow. And do I have a mixing cup? Do I have one down here? Shit. We're going to do it right on top of this. A little bit of desert yellow right on top of this. You don't need much. It's dry brush. There's my desert yellow. I'm going to dab just the end, like that on the brush. You take your paper towel and you go back and forth, back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth until it seems like there's no paint on it. It's called the dry brush method. Then you take your thing and you don't want to go with the grain, you want to go against the grain. So all the raised areas will get a little pop. Do you see the lighter difference in color? It's slightly lighter. You see right there, you can tell that there's grain there now. That's all you're doing. A little bit more desert yellow. And do a little bit more. I chose desert yellow. I didn't have exactly light brown. But it's just any raised areas with a dry brush technique will make it come through, and any recessed areas, the darks will settle in, making it pop. It's very slight, and I don't even know if you can see it in this light, but that's called dry brushing. We're going to add a little bit more. Looks like mustard. So it's like kind of a brown yellow. Yeah, I like that. Get a little bit more on there. We're going to go a little heavier on it. even know if you can see that. Can you see the green? It's very slight. It looks, you know, it's very slight, but it brings out the grain a little bit more and the darks fall into place. It's very slight. Let's see if I can do an area where that's going to be way too much yellows. I'm going heavy so you can probably see it. But that's heavier than I want, so I'm going to have to go pull some of it out. But see, now it's getting too yellow, and that's what you don't want. If that happens when you're doing something like this, you take your paper towel because it's still wet, and you just do this. Anywhere that's a little too heavy, you just do that. I'm going. It's very. I mean, in this lighting, with this camera, I don't know. I don't know if you're actually seeing the effect. It's very subtle. I mean, you can see it right there. Just brings that out. That because it's raised, it's just bringing it out to your eye. And most people won't even pay that close attention to something. This is a method you use on miniatures to make the detail pop out a little bit better. This is also a method you can use on lots of different things. You should probably, if you watch this channel enough, you've seen me do it before. It also kind of, with the desert yellow, is giving it a little bit more dry look. And there she be. Look at that. Nice. You like it? Now, you can clear coat that. If you want to. But this is a gloss finish. I don't want a gloss finish on wood. You want a matte finish. I don't have any matte, so we're not clear coating it. And it doesn't matter. It's in my tent. It hangs on a wall. Here's the top. So this color, see that color right there? That's the color this handle originally was. It looked horrible. If I can get it to start on this stupid plastic thing, I can be doing good. Come on. It looked horrible. And there we go. Just had to get it. So, it looks like this. Let me take away some light. And now we're in the dark. Let's illuminate this situation. And that is how you take a torch. The head. It's all plastic. And you make it look real. Obviously, I took primer. Brown primer is what you saw on this when I started this video. And I sprayed it outside. And then I went in with the details. Isn't that cool? It's very cool. And that's all there is for this video, guys. Let me see. Let's wind this down a little bit. I don't know. All those songs are too long. And I just want to let you guys know it's been an honor being on YouTube. It's been a very long journey, 15, 16 years, something like that. And I don't know if I'm ready to say completely goodbye to YouTube yet, but I'm moving on with my life. And YouTube has never made me money. And I'm going on to new adventures and new things. I'll try to put a video here and there up. But here's my explanation. I'll always be an RC guy. And I'll always do RCs. And maybe I'll record them, maybe I won't. But my life is going a different direction. And I'm going into different adventures. And this channel is about adventures. But the adventure I'm currently having is to start my own business and travel doing my own business at the Renaissance fairs. And that doesn't leave me much time to do videos for you guys. So I'm very sorry about that, but I just found, finding something new and trying to do new things like anybody else. And sometimes you only have X amount of time in a day. I still work my full-time job, and I'm doing this, and I have a boatload of things going on in my life. Not saying that I'm not appreciative of you guys, because I am. But it's a new adventure for me, and I don't have time for YouTube. I'm not going to delete the channel or anything. If you guys leave, I understand. If you guys stay, I promise you that every now and then there will be a video popping up. Think of this kind of like semi-retirement from YouTube. At least until I get my head on straight and get everything up and running. Then maybe I'll be back full-time. Until then, I'm more of like a part-timer YouTuber now. So, it wasn't my plan. I just don't have the time to do everything. And I need to sleep sometimes. With my business thing, eventually, that's going to be my main source of income. I'm older now, so I need to make this stab at this, and I need to give it my all. If I have too many things going on, I can't give it my all. So I'm giving it my all. That being said, remember to love each other, to be thankful for what you have, to tell your family that you love them, because you never know which day they're not there no more. I miss my father very much. I miss my grandparents very much. I miss a lot of people in my life very much, because one day they were gone. So I make sure that I tell people that I love them. And I do my best to be the best person in my family I can. Also, keep your friends. Have good friends. It's important. Now, like I always say, put down that video controller. Shut off that TV. Get off that couch. Walk to that door and open it. Because you never know. There may be an adventure waiting for you. Now get out there. Play hard. Play dirty. And I may see you next time, or I may not. But until we meet again, my friends, enjoy life. Love you. Bye.